we're starting in a few minutes. Usually we have 7:30 show. I thought it was early.
I think it's a 7 show, right?
Yeah. What's your intro, Josh?
I don't care.
Chelsea.
Chelsea's fine. My special has, I think, almost 2 million views on YouTube.
Okay.
And I'm shooting a new one at the end of this month.
Okay. And where are you from?
Los Angeles.
Got it.
Thank you. All right. Exciting. It's so crazy how quick this guy. I'm gonna have to get it restrung. It just won't stay. I mean, it just won't stay. So crazy. Sounds better. Well, buddy, ton of fun. I don't think I'm going to sign this wall, you know. Because, like, no matter what you sign, it's terrible. There's nothing, like, you know what I mean? Like, I know a lot of people wrote shit up here, like, this is going to make you're writing jokes that only other comics are going to see, which means they're going to be shit on no matter what you put on the wall. You know what I mean? Like, no matter what, someone's going to be like, fucking... Let's do some examples. Okay. Did anyone else drink a lot here? Come. I did. See, someone wrote come. Because they're comics. Did anyone drink a lot here? Someone else wrote come. I did. Fucking yourself. Rob was just trying to say, and then he wrote thundercock. Because that's funny. Right? So look, Nikki Glazer is one of the funniest people in the world. Thanks for the awesome week. I haven't ever had this much fun, but next week I'm opening for Cosby. So excited, hope nothing traumatizing happens. Right? So, yeah. Did you light her? Yeah.
I'm going to light her a little early.
Okay.
Just because we started a little late, because
Yeah.
that group of 40 took forever to get in here.
No worries.
So I'm just going to do the 5-minute warning.
Yeah, I told her, hey, good thing we're starting late.
Shows up late. And the funny thing is,
It's always 7, isn't it?
no,
Oh.
special shows is only 7.
Oh, yeah, special shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's lower.
No worries. So how long you think until I go up there?
Well, as soon as I light her, 5 minutes.
Okay, well, you gonna light it right now?
Right, I'm gonna walk over there and light her. Do you want me to wait a couple minutes?
Nope.
Nope.
I'm ready to fucking go.
Good fucking get it.
All right, and then next show starts at.
Oh, 10.
Okay, so
Doors open at 9.
you want me, just so I know, what's the hard out that you want me off stage?
The hardest one?
Like, yeah, you were like, man, please do not go over this time.
8:45 is the worst. Because we still gotta flip the room.
Right.
And reopen.
So you would prefer 8:30?
I would prefer 8:30, but last time on average you're about an hour and 10 minutes.
Yes.
So that's fine if you want to do your
Okay.
normal hour.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
not too worried about the 10 minutes. I'm not worried
Okay.
about that part.
All right. Yeah, I would. Because it's 8:30. It's 7:30 right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm ready to get up there whenever you want me to.
Okay, I'm gonna go water right now.
Awesome. Thank you.
Cheers, man. One of my friends is here. She brought cupcakes if you want one. They're just sitting right there.
Perfect. Did you rub your dick on them?
Huh?
Did you rub your dick on them?
Just the one that you're gonna pick.
Perfect. Thanks.
You'll know which one.
Yeah, appreciate it. Here's another thing that started happening to me about, I don't know, 6-7 years ago. I just started sweating a lot on stage. But like, not like, oh, it's a little, that's why I wear black all the time. And I always change my t-shirts. And people think I'm a fucking diva, like I do costume changes. But I have an alter ego, and I call him Sweaty Guy. And Sweaty Guy is undefeated, man. Like, undefeated. You know who beats Sweaty Guy? Sleep. That's it. That's it. And weed. That's sometimes also, man, if I want to not sweat on stage, I smoke a little weed. But I can't quite figure out why it happened. And it's not like a little bit of sweat. Like, after the show, I will show you what I'm talking about. It's fucking gross. So, me v. Sweaty Guy. Sweaty Guy. Okay, when when Sweaty Guy first started happening, I did a TV show, and they had me in this mechanic shirt, like a khaki colored mechanic shirt. I knew I was gonna sweat through it, so I taped maxi pads. I duct taped maxi pads to my underarms, and I wrapped them around my whole body, right? So a couple things I had never done. I had never torn duct tape off my body. That doesn't feel good. But also, I had forgotten that there's a wardrobe department. So she was like, what the fuck? She would come in and try to fix my shirt. Because I was so embarrassed, I didn't want to tell her that I had maxi pads under my armpits. So she came on set and she was fixing me. She was like, what the fuck is under your shirt? And I was like, I got maxi pads under my shirt. And I go, what? She goes, what? She goes, I got maxi for sweat. I got maxi pads under my shirt. And she goes, why didn't you tell me? I didn't want to tell anybody. It was embarrassing. So a couple minutes later, the executive producer and the director come over and they go, you got maxi pads under your shirt? I go, did Wardrobe tell you? He was like, no, dude, you've been mic'd up the whole time. Audio, everybody now knows you have maxi pads under your shirt. So he was like, let's take a look. And I had to take my shirt off and I showed everybody the maxi pads. The one thing I was so desperate to, hide it. I had forgotten the duct tape across the chest. And I have some, not a lot, but a little bit of hair on the chest, right? Not after that day, I didn't. So that was like waxing times. I'm so glad I didn't put any of that duct tape over my nipples, bro. That would have been like, cat, a man with no nipples, which was a James Bond movie, I think. All right, I'm gonna go out there first. I like these fresh naps. Moist towelette, and I'm on board for that. I'll be walking out with all those. All right, everybody. I'll see you when I get out there. I mean, there's a couple things that I do everywhere. I always found time to write. I mean, this is really the best time to write. There's no distractions. I'm not in town. I don't have meetings. So this is the best time that my family's not here. So I have hours dedicated where I should be working, But so I always find time to work every day. I always like to go out
to a local coffee shop and grab some coffee. Always work out. And sometimes, if the town allows me to, like if it's the right place, I like to go out and find some weird shit. And that's it, man. You know, basically, for a long time, I didn't take advantage of being on the road and seeing wherever I was. I would just kind of stay in the hotel, but like, I have the incredible opportunity to be out and see how other people live and their cities and all that stuff. And so to not take advantage of it, which I didn't for a while, was just silly. So I really do try to get out, unless it's fucking dick ass cold like it is here in Calgary. And then you know what? I'll see the city in the summer. I'll see your city in the summer. Besides that, like if it's too cold, guys, you know me. I am a weather pussy. So that's why I'm in here drinking some whatever and eating some whatever. But where it is legal, and you know, in the States, only some places, obviously in Canada, everywhere. But where it's legal, I will always go to a dispensary, get some of the local weed. I like talking to people at dispensaries. Like the people who work there are always super chill and like-minded people, obviously because they're working at a dispensary. But for me, I've found too, and I know this is whatever, and I didn't do this for a long time, and some people would poo-poo it. But I like to get pretty high for at least one set, half of one set anyways, every weekend, just to see if I can find some new jokes. I mean, the truth of the matter is, my brain is what it is when it's sober. And it's great, and I love the material I come up with, but it doesn't go in the same direction as it does when I'm high. So sometimes it just takes me places and makes me think of jokes or think of the joke just from a different perspective. And sometimes it works, and sometimes I wake up in the morning and I look what I wrote and I go, what the fuck? But there are no rules to this, you know? It's actually one of the things that I love the most about stand-up is that there's no rules. You know, you take everybody from a Bill Burr to the other end of the spectrum to somebody like Brody Stevens, Brody was a comedian who sometimes made people laugh without punchlines. Like, there's no rules. And I think I have gotten better exponentially over the years remembering that there are no rules and that to do it well, you shouldn't be trying to do it like somebody else. You should be brave enough to try to do it the way you like to do it, you know? So I like to do it every now and then. Hi. That's how we do it, you know? I like a milder, like a Maui Wowie or Dirty Poison or the Blue Dream.
Okay.
But do you have one of those? Well, that's the BC Blue Dream, and there's one of them, right?
Yeah, it's very nice.
Let's do that, and then let's do the Renew.
Got it.
How does everybody feel about those purchases?
Yeah, you're doing good.
Okay, you know, like when you go to a restaurant and you always compare your order to people that you're like, what'd you order?
Yeah.
Yeah. I always like to make sure I get a good one.
No, you're good. You're set.
Awesome. I watched people when I was coming up. Okay. When I was on Chelsea lately, Dave Grohl came in and he guest hosted for a week. And it struck all of us how down to earth and cool and accessible and approachable he was. And we asked him about that, and he said, you know, I kind of, I'm going to paraphrase, obviously, but I came up in the punk scene where my heroes were accessible, and you could talk to them after the shows and have beers with them. And he was like, and it made an impression on me. And I remember that coming up as a young comic, like, and those bigger comics who were kind of assholes or, you know, didn't reach back down. And I was like, what? First of all, look, I'm not the biggest comic in the world. So I don't even know what me reaching back down does. But to pretend like you weren't there, or, and the way I look at it also is, hey man, I know he's an opener and I'm headlining, but we're doing the same job. We have the same job. Am I gonna pretend like I wasn't him? And you know, I know some people are like, you know, nobody in the green room. Nobody in the fucking green. The people who are doing your job with you can't sit in the green room with you? It doesn't make sense to me. And not only that, I'm a true believer that when you're an asshole to somebody, they're an asshole to other people. And when you're nice to people, they're nice to other people. And like, I think it's easier to smile and say hello and thank you and shake a hand than it is to do anything else. And so I like being nice to people. I genuinely, my favorite part about stand-up is standing on stage and watching people laugh. I genuinely, if it looks like I'm having a good time, it's because I am. I genuinely enjoy watching people have a good time. So it's just my outlook. I just think it's better. I just think we'd all be in a so much better spot, you know, if you just reach back to people, or you smiled, or you said hello, or you said thank you, or whatever the fuck it is. It's so much easier, man. People who go online, like I got a comment from somebody on Instagram that said, I searched you out to tell you how annoying I think your laugh is. And I thought to myself, man, how fucking sad is your life that you spent even a second of your day searching for a stranger to tell him that you didn't like watching them have a good time. Like, oh my God, you have got to have the worst. You know what, people, you know what you should do if you see something you don't like? I would just not look at it anymore. You know what I mean? Like, the fact that you take time out to be like, I like to keep it real. Eat dicks. Like, there's, you know what, you don't like to keep it real, because anytime comedians say something back to people, they're like, why are you being an asshole? It's just easier, everybody. Just be kind. Be kind to your fellow man. You know what I'm saying? And woman. And whoever the fuck. You know, there's not just men and women anymore, so man, women, and then every other people too, you know? I don't want to leave anybody out.
I wanted to show you because you're a weed person. Not that. Bought this joint.
Here in Canada?
I did. And so, see this?
Yeah.
This is how I smoke my joints now.
Okay.
It makes me feel fancy and weird
It
at the
is
same
fancy.
time. I'm like Cruella de Vil, but this is
The
my
joint we're in.
yeah, this is my smoking baby hand. So
Oh.
this little guy, I travel with him now, and if you
Did
want
you
to,
just take that off $1 or something?
no, they sell them like this.
Oh.
They sell them like this.
And is it 4 joints? Is that what they
It
sell?
is now.
Okay.
That is not why they sell. They sell them for whatever reason. They sell these hands, which I can't figure out. Whatever.
Did you get it in LA?
People send me these. I probably get 5 in the mail every week,
That's funny.
at least. I do a show. This is called Josh Wolf's High Life. Every Monday night, I sit in my backyard. I turn on Facebook Live. I smoke weed for an hour straight, and then I take some mushrooms. I really just turn on my camera and just see what happens.
Fun. That's fun.
I've only in the past 5 years.
Is that the only joint you have?
I have another one at the hotel.
Do you want one?
Oh no, I have this and another one at the hotel. I'm leaving
okay,
tomorrow
'cause
morning.
I have lots.
And I have a 100 milligram edible I'm about to take.
Have you ever tried the THC oil?
Yes.
It's my favorite.
So this, I think I only have one more. I do. 100 milligrams. And it looks like this is 100 milligrams.
Of THC?
Yep. And so this is like, it looks like an omega-3 pill.
Yep.
So I travel with them sometimes in my omega-3, sometimes in pills.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Like if I wanted to go to Hawaii or something like that, I could take that.
Yes. They sell these up here.
Do they?
Oh yeah.
So
I
just
don't know if
take
this
the oil.
brand,
I take the oil.
but they will sell you something that's just like that. I like,
How much does it take for you to get high off that?
well, the 100 milligrams gets me high.
Yeah? Are you a chronic though? Do you do it every day?
Do I take one of those every day? I take some sort of weed every day. I can't remember the last day I did it.
Me either.
What time is this next show supposed to start? 10? 7 and 10?
I know. It's too long. It's too long in between.
7 and 10, right? Yeah. Should be 7 and 9.
They used to do 7:30 and 9:30. No.
7:30 they said is when it's not a special event.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know if you've seen the show. It's not a special event.
It is.
I don't know if you were in the audience. It's an event. I'm not sure how to put special in it.
I'm gonna go have a quick smoke before we.
Smoking a pancake?
Yeah. I actually had a smoke and a real pancake yesterday.
So say you're just starting.
Yeah.
And you tell me you get on stage twice a week. Well, I do, because I travel most weekends,
Right.
and plus in town, I do about 6.5 hours of comedy a week.
A week, yeah.
Okay? So, and then when young guys will say, yeah, I'm a huge Joe Rogan fan. I'm like, okay, cool. Here's the deal. You're getting on stage twice a week. Rogan does 9. When he's in town in LA,
He just does everything.
he could do 8 or 9 sets. If he's outworking you,
Yeah.
and he's at the top,
Yeah, that's
What-
a great point.
what are you doing?
Yeah.
You can't let the top outwork you.
Right.
So like, when,
Because he's there.
he's there.
He's there.
And he's already making the distance farther because he's outworking you.
Right.
So when you say 6 nights a week, man, that means to me like that's the first
Yeah.
block.
Yeah.
Because if you're already not ready to put time in, or you say, well, I don't want to lose my insurance, so I'm keeping my day job. No. There may be a time where you don't have insurance and you live in a car, and that's what everybody fucking is.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, man, it's a good
That's very
stuff,
nice.
dude.
How long have you been doing comedy?
The first time I hopped on stage, I was 15. And my parents had to drive me to the show because I didn't have a driver's license. And then I went on stage, I think, one more time in high school, maybe 2 other times. I did it once in college. I think the 4th time, maybe the 5th time I ever went on stage, I had to open for Sam Kinison.
Okay.
And that was not a good experience. I ate shit like...
Too much too soon.
There was no reason I should have been on stage. Like, it was sacrificial lamb shit.
Yeah.
And then I took a little time off before I got to Seattle. And then in Seattle, I started with
We're
like Joe
having
Diaz.
technical difficulties. The
With the-
computer system went down.
Again?
So then nothing's coming up on the screens. They don't have the intro music. So he's trying to fix it.
We don't need intro music. Does the mic work? Let's just fucking start.
He doesn't have your name up.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I'll go tell him.
Tell them because the longer they sit there, the drunker and unhappier they're gonna get. So let's just get into it.
That's true. That's very true.
Yeah, I don't give a shit if people know my Twitter. We're gonna see if Juan Pablo can do a set tonight.
Fuck yeah.
We're gonna sit
Yeah,
back and
it's-
judge you critically.
100%. 100%. You tell me if I need to
Screen
quit.
things out for this.
He's a newbie, but he's very good.
All right,
Thank
well,
you.
Let me go.
That's
ask.
amazing. I appreciate that,
He
man.
works cheap.
Oh, that's super cool.
I like to give people spots, just because I know when I was coming up, man,
My
stage time.
time's been cut to 10, so I'll be off in 10.
Okay.
Because of you.
Love you. Never change.
stage time is the commodity here.
Yeah.
So if I am able to dish out some stage time, right? If I am able to, and like I'm sure some of the shows you play are like bar shows or whatever, and this is a real crowd.
Yeah.
So be able to stand on stage at like a comedy club in front of a crowd is kind of cool. I remember when I was
Oh,
starting.
absolutely.
So I think most people I know remember and reach back. And
Yeah, oh yeah.
so yeah, man, I'm happy that you're gonna come and do some stuff.
Fantastic.
And plus, you're going on before me, so it's gonna make me look even funnier than I am.
It's true. That's true. They're gonna be like, shit,
that
this is what
dude."
Calgary has to offer? That's it?
Yeah,
Fuck.
yeah. So it's gonna be pretty excited about all that.
Yeah, no. I'm super, super appreciative.
Well, man, have a good one.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm excited. I'm gonna go stand up there so I don't fuck this up.
I'm gonna go pee so I can watch yours.
That'd be dope.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna go pee first.